Are you playing the song?
Yeah,
the
in my
theme
head.
song in your head?
Yeah.
So they're hearing it twice?
They're hearing it twice.
They're hearing it twice.
I was like, how do I get into the zone? Like, how do I know how to start the show? And then I was like, just imagine the song in your head.
Yeah. Or we could just listen to it before.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, listen to it before we do our show.
Yeah.
Welcome to Topics of High Importance.
Welcome to Topics of High Importance, the show where we get intoxicated with marijuana and talk about 300 predetermined topics.
Yep. Unrelated.
Sometimes they're related. We come up with them before we record.
Yeah.
And then we talk about them. Hey, we don't just talk about that, though.
Oh, no, we don't.
It's not like when you open a jar of mustard, you expect just mustard, right?
Oh, yeah. You open a jar of this mustard, what do you get? A little bit of mayo?
A little bit
of ketchup?
No, I don't.
I thought we were using condiments as
not really.
as a metaphor.
No, that wasn't really the metaphor. It was more the idea of like this thing is one thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This thing is multiple things.
But putting condiments
not together.
in.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I don't even remember what this whole metaphor thing is about. Like, what am I talking about?
Topics of high importance.
Topics of high importance. Oh, that's classic.
Yeah, classic.
That's classic.
Classic topic of high importance.
Topics of high importance. Today we're going to talk about 3 topics.
Oh.
Spoiler, I'm not going to get numbers right. Oh, we've never tried this. Just talk about it. Talk about it before we get there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to choose topics between the topics number 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that felt good. You need to have listened to the other episodes to get why I feel good in this moment. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to explain it to you right now.
Yep. So what we're smoking today is it's only sativa.
Ooh.
I don't think that we have much of anything left. So this is one of the rare, supposedly pure sativa strains, although, what is pure something nowadays? So I'm sure there's what are you looking at?
The gain.
What was I talking about? Strains of marijuana. Yeah. Well, this one's called Jack Herer.
I've always had a love-hate relationship with Jack because a couple friends have had bad trips on it.
Yeah.
I personally have never had a bad trip on it, but I have felt like it hit me in the face a bit.
Yeah.
So
it can do that. It's a kind of a creeper. I think that's why a lot of people...
creeper meaning it takes a while to hit you?
Yeah. It doesn't hit you full force until a little bit later. Most people, if you're smoking your weed, it kind of hits you, 30 seconds to about 2 minutes. But sometimes it just feels like, it could be 10 to 30 minutes later and you're just like, what the fuck happened to me? What? Where am I? Who am I? What is this? And then it just all comes back. No, sometimes not all questions together. But one of those will definitely, what the fuck am I doing here right now?
Sometimes it's the am I awake thought. So, is this... It's almost like you're breathing again. Like, it's like a little mini blackout.
Yeah. Kind of like you're breathing before you're going back into the ocean. But you belong outside of the ocean.
Is it warm?
The water's warm, yeah.
We do belong outside of the ocean.
Yeah.
We use it as our toilet.
Yep. And many other things that are not cool.
Many other things that are not cool. But you know what? One of the things that is cool? Advertisements.
Oh, shit. Give them what they want.
Hi, I'm Candace Pye, and I'm the host of Gal Chat, a weekly podcast where we give you our feminist takes on everything from sex and dating to politics and pop culture. It's a show that updates you on controversial headlines, dives into the latest movies and TV, and discusses things like Tinder troubles and Me Too struggles. I put out a new show every Tuesday with special guests, available on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Subscribe, rate, review, and follow us on social media at GalChatPod.
Well, you got what you want.
Merry early Christmas.
Merry early Christmas.
No,
you got what
Christmas.
you wanted. Yeah. Merry early Christmas. Yeah, fuck Christmas. I was trying to do the 2 tracks at once. Obviously not possible.
I'm sure people don't want to hear about Christmas. That's why I said fuck Christmas. It's not time to talk about that.
I feel like it's okay to talk about Christmas.
Sure.
It's not okay for stores to be jamming it down our throats when Halloween isn't even over.
I passed by this morning and they're already playing music.
Of course they are. They already had fucking Christmas decorations before Halloween.
I am so happy that I
What?
get to control the music at my work.
Oh, do you guys even play Christmas music?
Oh, hell yeah, we do. But but I put it at
Mariah Carey, 24/7.
I put it at a percentage. Each week it changes. So the only time we're listening to 100% Christmas music is like the last 3 days before Christmas.
Okay.
So I put it like 25 or like 20% the first week.
Yeah.
Or something like 5. I forgot which numbers I put, but it just moves gradually until it gets to Christmas, and then it's playing like 100% Christmas, and then the day after it stops completely.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Do pop stars still make Christmas albums?
Yeah. I don't know about
So
albums.
does like Nicki Minaj? No, she's a rapper, but she's pop rap.
Sia? Is that her
Sia?
name? She came out with one last year, I believe. It was really good too.
But it was all new songs, right? I heard it was fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know if it was all, but definitely a bunch were originals.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool to be creative. Eh?
Yeah.
Also, peppermint's fun.
Sometimes I don't like it.
Sometimes it's refreshing.
Ah.
Sometimes it feels too sweet. Sometimes it feels too toothpastey.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
Remember those little square thingies that they had in restaurants? They were not turquoise, like a green color, a yellow, a pink, and a white.
Oh yeah, they're kind of like matte.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like
And they're like
dry.
tasty.
Yeah.
They were pepperminty, weren't they?
I think there were various flavors. I think the white ones were supposed to be peppermint.
I think they were all pepperminty.
But maybe peppermint with like a different flavor twist. I do recall them tasting slightly different.
Somebody please answer this question.
Yeah. I think remember like at a Chinese buffet they would have like
Yeah.
and just a bunch of them you could just grab them with your
grab 'em.
hands. Yeah, just imagine how many people grab them with their hands though.
Well,
They had a spoon that you can just like
Yeah.
put it down a slide and then just pick them up. But people just freaking grab them with their
fuck
fingers,
spoons.
man.
No, that's not true. Spoons are great. Oh man, look at a cake mix with a spoon.
With the spoon.
Well, licking the spoon after the lick. I don't lick the bowl. I don't lick bowls.
I don't like bowls.
I don't know how. I don't know. I always get it all over my face, and it stretches my tongue too far. It hurts.
Licking a bowl?
You've licked a bowl before.
Yeah, I lick a bowl. I'll lick a bowl if it's good.
And you're
if the
saying
stuff's good.
it's not a. To me, obviously, I have jaw problems, so
Yeah.
maybe that's
no, it's
why.
not easy to do. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
No,
It's
you
not
don't
easy
do
to
it-
lick a bowl.
No, and you don't do it for anything. It's got to be, it's got to be some
Really, Paul?
some good.
I feel
looking-
like you're telling. I feel like you're telling a lie right now, and you'll
What?
lick a bowl pretty quick. You don't need to be like, "Oh, is it Grey Poupon?" You're like,
No.
"Lick the gravy."
I will not lick like an applesauce bowl. Applesauce is good, but I'm not gonna lick the bowl. The spoon does more than a.
Are you telling the truth right
adequate?
now?
Yes.
You wouldn't lick an applesauce bowl,
No.
really?
I would definitely have like maybe a piece of toast with butter, and I would just, wipe the bowl with the bread and butter. That would be really nice, and then your bowl,
Right,
your
no,
bowl is
but-
clean.
So if you do that, why not lick it? Because your tongue's not made of
It's not
butter.
worth- it's not worth it.
Describe to the audience why your tongue isn't made of butter. Oh wait, it's calmed down. I thought because we're having some crate training situations going on,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like someone was not happy anymore.
Oh, he isn't, but
Is he whimpering right now?
a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna go get him. It causes him a lot of stress. So Paul, if you could tell the audience why your butter is not made of tongue, that'd be great. Great.
Why my butter is not made of tongue? I don't know. Maybe because it's very difficult to use. I'm thinking of this is gross. In my mind, I have like a human tongue that looks like a slab of butter, and there's some creatures just like taking a butter knife, and he's listening to this podcast because this podcast is broadcasted throughout the universe, and he's just taking his knife and scraping off some tongue and put it on his bagel, because they have bagels in the other universes. All the popular foods are all everywhere.
So how'd that go?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about space food.
Cool.
Yeah. So choose a number.
1.
Boo bam. Just like that.
Oh, Trixie, give me a break.
Talk about babies.
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 Do we want to take a break and we'll bring them?
Okay, let's take a
Somewhere
break,
else.
guys. Hey, real life. We never told you about our real lives. That's not the words at all that I
that's not
wanted to
true.
say. No, but that's not at all what the words wanted to be.
Okay.
We'll be back. We're
We'll be
taking
back.
care of life.
Babies.
Babies. Do you like them?
Yes and no.
Why yes, why no?
I like them because they are kind of like Rogue.
The X-Men
No,
or
no. You just don't know what's going on. They're
What's-
babies. Everything is kind of like
It's like a faulty robot.
yeah. Things are being tested. Things are being built and moved and everything. And he's just all taking it in, going wah, or she
Yeah.
or it just
They.
input. And some I don't know. And they're super cute and squishy and
Very fragile.
yes, but at the same time,
Gummy bears.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Their bones are made of cheese.
Cheese bar.
Someone said something Jello. Jello,
Totally.
not cheese.
Totally, yeah.
Well, cheese. I'm thinking cheese because there's a certain amount of rigidity there. You know.
Oh yeah, depending what types of cheese you're talking about.
Yeah,
if you're
talking
a
about
cheese
cheese.
connoisseur.
How like what are you? Does your baby have a Gouda?
Oh,
Gouda bones?
I hope not. Oh no, that's not too bad.
Isn't Gouda kind of a squishy one?
Yeah, it's a squishy one.
There was one time where my father had a plate of cheese above the fridge, and it got so hot that it melted and it like all slushed together and stuff,
Gross.
and he ate it anyways.
Yeah, if it's good cheese, yeah, you just put it in something
Ugh.
and boo bam.
I didn't like it when it was not melted together, so
Yeah, I don't tend to like those types of cheeses.
they look really creamy, so like I could see how it looks delectable.
Yeah,
You know, not even sure what that word means. What does it mean? Delectable.
it means what you want it to mean.
Delectable. Hannibal delectable. Hannah. What am I trying to do? Hannibal
Hannibal
Lecter. What's the word I was? Delectable. Hannibalectable. That's where I was going. Hannibalectable. My name is Hannibalectable.
Yeah,
Strawberries,
And,
grapes.
the crying. I don't.
Oh, the crying.
I can do without.
It is.
As if I have a baby.
I just take it or leave it. I leave it. Their screeching is so primal, and it's so
Yeah,
piercing.
it's
designed
exactly.
to be like, pay attention to me.
Yeah, it was like, yo, you need to find me ASAP, or I'm being eaten,
Yeah.
or whatever else it's feeling. If it's feeling sick or hurt,
But-
or
Animals' babies don't do that.
if they're in trouble.
No, but like we're like, my belly hurts, I'm gonna scream. I feel like in the wild that gets your ass bunched.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't know.
Or are they screaming like banshees in the burrows? In the warrens?
Yeah, maybe they're just so good at hiding when that stuff's going on.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they only squeal maybe for food. Well, like birds. No, birds do it like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no,
They're usually the
don't they
ones that
stay
nest.
down until the mother appears?
Yeah. They don't need to go. Yeah. It's kind of like.
So they're not, but do you see what I'm saying? They're not like peeping for food without the mother being there.
Yeah.
They only peep when mom comes back.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, give me the food.
For sure.
But they're not going to peep before.
No, because you're just asking to be.
So if the birds, and I can't guarantee that, I don't know this for sure. If that is the case, then other animals surely behave the same way. Why do humans behave differently?
Is it one of the things that we've changed by evolving from having?
Well, clearly, but
No, but I mean, like, to the point where when we were just hunter-gatherers, or like before we started farming and stuff, the babies before then, were they much quieter, was their crying more specific?
Yeah.
And the fact that they were at home,
He wants the warm milk, not the cold milk. Mm-hmm. Thank you, baby.
or is it like a dog that understands that, or our dog understands that crying gets attention? So is that something as well that's going on subconsciously?
Oh my god. Well, instinct also.
Well, I'll probably
because
a
of the
mix
getting
of
attention.
both.
Yeah, but no, it gets attention, but I can do it now more than I used to because I'm safe. Whereas in the wild, I couldn't because I would
don't
get
think
munched.
the baby would understand.
No,
if
of
it's
course
safe.
not. Of course not. But a feeling of safety.
Maybe.
You know, like if a baby cries, gets munched. Baby next to him is like, oh, I get it.
Does he? I don't think so.
I see this baby in this swaddle, and he's just like, okay, I'm gonna shut up then.
Yes, because this passerby was only eating those that spoke.
I told him.
You have something to say?
You have something
No?
to say?
Okay.
Fucking snap it. Snap it. So the babies, they're not crying as much anymore. I don't know what this accent is.
It's a baby's accent.
It's a baby's accent? No, I was the predator at that point. Well, like the baby, I don't know where they
baby
are.
predator.
I don't know where they are.
Baby predator.
I've seen several baby predators.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
adorable, the cosplay.
Oh, okay.
What confuses me is, did the child really watch the film? If the child did really watch the film, because sometimes they're like 2 years
Hey,
old.
listen, I put money on that kid. If he chose the predator out of all the other things that the parents probably showed
No,
him.
but that's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying
Did the kid is the parent just putting the kid in that costume? What percentage of cosplay babies are chosen by the baby?
my goodness,
Small child, you know what I'm saying?
man.
Baby, we know that it's they're like a pet
Give
at that
me
point.
AI, and that's all I do is ask these questions. I won't ask for the meaning of life, or to. I would just like ask questions of
You know
how
what?
many people.
Because that's what we get the most juice out of, right?
Yeah,
When we
for sure,
understand things.
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
understand. So if I'm like, I have infinite questions, give me everything.
Yeah, I'm
you
just
won't
gonna.
need anybody else ever again.
No,
It's your Reddit feed.
definitely. Yeah. It's
You'll
like,
be on your
okay,
ba-
where do I rank in watch TV? How many hours of TV? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm
How many
like,
skin cells did I shed today?
oh, they have all these.
How many of those fuckers in my eyebrows are there?
For sure. Yeah.
You know about them, right?
Oh yeah, they're in there. Not everyone, but most of them.
55% of the population,
Yeah.
50% of the population. You've got bugs in your eyebrows.
Yeah, living in there.
I find, I am a person who's not fond of wriggly things, but I must say that a part of me was happy to have buddies.
We're not alone.
Yeah, it was just like, and then I rub my eyebrows, and then I'm like, I've killed so many of you, but although probably not because they're that small.
Yeah.
They're microscopic.
Microscopic.
Creatures in your eyebrows. They feed off the roots of your hairs. If I'm not mistaken.
Not mistaken.
Not mistaken. I am not mistaken. I don't want babies.
You don't want babies?
I don't want babies.
You don't want
I
babies?
might want a child at some point, but I don't want a baby.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, I don't want to make one. I don't need to make one. You know? I can care for somebody else.
Yep.
I don't need to make one.
And we don't need everyone to make them.
No.
Definitely not. And a lot
Maybe
of
you
people
raise your
shouldn't
kid.
make them.
You raise the kid that you would... What? Oh, fuck, yeah. You raise the kid that you adopt, and then maybe that kid goes on to have a lovely relationship and have babies.
Yeah. And
We
then
don't-
you
we don't
still
have to
become a
contribute.
grandpapa or grandmama.
Yeah, because that's what we want, don't we?
Oh, we all want
Someone
to
to
be a
buy
grandpapa.
sweets for.
Jack some sweets.
Hope you like Werther's Originals.
That's because it's what the media has told me since I was born. Was it ever really a thing? Or was it only marketing? Did they market it to old people from the start?
Yes, I think what happened was...
What happened, Paul? Tell me.
So Dad is just walking
He's
in the
walking
store.
in the store.
You know, and then all of a sudden he looks at the Werther's Originals,
Yeah,
and he's
looking
like,
at them.
"Why did they catch my eye? They never catch my eye."
Is it the glimmer of the gold?
Yeah, so he's just looking at it, and he's just like, "I desire one, and I desire to give these."
Yeah. Oh, that's a
and then
different
his
layer, right?
cell phone rings.
What's on? Who's calling?
He looks at it; it's his son. He opens the phone, and he's like,
That was a flip phone. I just want to.
"Yeah, flip phone," because
Specify.
this is a few years
A few
ago.
years ago.
Yeah. And he's like, hello? And he's like, hey, Dad. Dad, guess what? He's like, what? You're going to be a grandpa.
Oh,
And he said, oh, my goodness, I'm buying so many Werther's Originals. And then
I gotta say, it kind of killed it for me that last moment. I was really on board, and then you became this like nonsense person who's obsessed with candy. I would have seen this. Do you see this? The thing you just described is a brilliant ad. Guy in the thing looks the fucking candy on the shelf. Doesn't know why. Catches his eye. He's looking at them.
Yeah.
His phone rings, and it's his son. You're doing some great work.
Yeah. You
Great
cut out
work.
my joke and you just put a tear.
No, wait. Give me the ending. I
Okay.
can do it.
Okay. Go
It's
for
his
it.
son
Go for
who
it.
tells him, "You're gonna be a granddad."
Yeah.
And then, sure, tear. Closes the phone. Buys a bunch of the Werther's original. Like, he, empties the tray into his basket. Goes to the cash register. Lights. Money. Lights, money, cash.
Yo, Werther's original.
Hire us for advertising. 'Cause
Or
we're
just-
the best at advertising.
Or just send us a check for what we just did for you.
Or you want to buy it?
You want to buy it?
You want to buy it? Check with our agents.
Check
That's
with our
us.
agents, that's us.
Number 5. Fuck, I was so confident. Number 3.
Number 3. Train.
Train.
This is a full G.
So jet. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's do that again.
This is a full G suggestion.
Sorry, that makes me laugh. Train.
Train.
What does train make you think of, Paul?
Choo-choo train.
Choo-choo train. Have you been on a choo-choo train?
If we're talking about choo-choo, one
Locomotive.
of those steam engine
engines.
trains.
Yeah.
I don't recall. I don't believe so, unless I was a kid, maybe. But I have been on
Via rail.
trains.
Via rail trains. Amtrak.
Yeah,
Amtrak.
all that bullshit. Have I been on something interesting?
Why do you call it bullshit?
It's just because it's slow as fuck
It
compared
is
to
slow
other
as fuck.
countries. Europe's pretty quick. Asia's even quicker.
Yeah.
So,
How
bring
quick?
that shit. How quick and where? Were you talking
Like
about?
in Japan.
In Japan, they have bullet trains that go to like 300, even more than 350 kilometers an hour.
Jesus. What's a normal train? What's
No-
the Eurostar?
Eurostar, I think they're traveling at like 200.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, I might be getting the speeds right, but it should be the differences should
Isn't
be about the
Japan
same.
really small?
Yeah,
And they have bullet trains?
yeah.
Like, they don't really need them that much.
It's really spread out on these. I mean, it's small, but it's still like a wide piece of.
How many
Islands.
Japans in Quebec, the province of Quebec?
Oh my goodness. 30 maybe.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for them.
Oh, of
just
course.
saying- I just, yeah.
Yeah. They have nothing.
want it.
Oh, that's not one of the reasons why Canada and U.S. have pretty shitty.
Yeah, because they have so much distance to cover.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
fucking-
And everyone does it their own way, and blah blah blah. We don't want to pay for that, but actually, Canada's is pretty good for what it is in terms of connection.
Hey, you want to go to BC?
Yeah,
Let's take the train.
You can take the train.
How long?
Oh fuck. Well, it depends which
3
one you're
days?
doing. No.
2 days? 1 day? 1 day?
No, I don't think you can do it in a day.
2 days.
Yeah, maybe 2 days. Yeah.
Because it's, 14 hours on a plane?
No,
No,
it's 6
that's-
hours. It's 6 hours
was
from
Hawaii.
from Montreal to Vancouver is about 6 to 7 hours. So
Oh,
if
it
you
was
want to go
14
from
to
coast to
Australia.
coast, it'll probably be about 11, maybe.
What are
10 to 11
we
hours.
talking about? Like, I know what we're talking about, but what are we talking
Trains.
about? Trains. There we go. Okay, there we go.
Trains. Do you ever have model trains? The little model trains that go on tracks?
I didn't. I painted one for an
Yeah.
exhibition.
Super
But
cool one,
I
too.
really want that fucking train back.
Who has it?
Bao, Annie's cousin.
Give it back.
Give it back. No, I could totally ask him. I'm just shy. He has. I think he still has them in his clinic. He's
Cool.
a dentist. Yeah. So I remember buying one of those for that, or I was given that, and it was like really cool to take it out of the box and have this.
That feeling,
I love miniatures.
Oh, for sure.
I'm obsessed with miniatures. I don't know why I don't have more miniatures. They make me so happy. My brother once got me these tiny little glass figures of animals. So they were all like glass blown,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
mini
yeah.
little sculptures. And And they, not blown, but like, you know what I'm saying? From the molten glass. Like they had little tiny crocodile, tiny little penguins. And I'm talking like the length of your nail, you know? With these little white eyes. Anyways, I love miniatures. So yeah, so sliding that train out of the box was fucking sweet. Did you have trains?
Yep, I had trains.
With a track and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
Never one of those like sets with like backgrounds and trees and shit, but just like regular,
like a Hot Wheels track.
Yeah. But of just trains. And one of them, I remember it came with a little bottle of liquid that you can put in, and if you put this in while it's on the track, it would make a little bit of smoke.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So you pour it in the train and it go toot, toot,
what?
And then a little like pss, 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 like little puffs, tiny puffs. It would look like fog coming out of it.
What was it? Liquid nitrogen?
I don't know. I was a kid. What do I know?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Should you be handling a tiny bottle of liquid that becomes smoke?
Well, I never thought about drinking
trained
it or
guy in the
sniffing
store.
it. You know.
Well, you never thought about it, but what about brandy on 35th Street?
Well, brandy's fucked up now.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Someone fucked up.
Someone fucked up, or maybe it was okay, but just toxic, but okay. You know what I mean?
Like lead.
Or the amount that they give you is just, you know.
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
Very curious about that, though. That sounds very cool.
Yeah. Or did I just make it all up? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if my real memories are...
You have never mentioned this train to me before.
I never had a reason to talk about trains. It was just like I didn't have a...
My uncle absolutely adores trains.
I don't care for them. I just was given this for a gift and I played with them, but...
Yeah, but you could have mentioned it. I could have put it on my shelf of things I know about Paul. Right next to he doesn't like mushrooms.
Yeah, right next to it.
It took me about 6 years to
And listen, that's
that.
a vague statement too, because
What?
I don't like eating mushrooms, and by eating mushrooms, I mean I don't like eating
Culinarily.
food mushrooms.
Food mushrooms.
And
That's how much he dislikes mushrooms. He calls them food mushrooms to distinguish them from... Like
non...
a mushroom to Paul is not a food mushroom.
No. What?
It's a your first thought goes to psychedelic mushroom because you despise the food mushroom,
That's
as you
right.
call it.
That's right.
The food mushroom.
I despise you. You taste like rubber. You all taste like rubber.
When they're cooked in butter, man.
Rubber
But they gotta be
butter,
just like
buttery rubber.
caramelized a little bit. No, it's not rubby bubber.
Rubby rubber.
Rubby bubber. The best place for dolphin towels. Yeah, you want one.
I definitely want one.
You want a dolphin towel?
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but I'm very curious. And
What
if
does
it's
it
not
mean to you?
expensive,
What does it mean to you?
I see a towel that's like 25 feet long because it has to go from one end to the dolphin. It's a dolphin towel.
Oh, a towel for a dolphin.
Yeah.
Since when are dolphins 25 feet long?
Listen, it's wrapping from it's like sandwiching, so it has to be twice as long.
Are
as
they 13 feet long?
They're like 7 feet long, so it has to be double that, right? Or more than that. They're like
That's 14.
Yeah.
Not 25.
Sorry. Yeah. What did I say? 25?
You said 25.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe there's some of them that big.
I don't know what 13 feet is.
You know what 13 feet? How
No, that's
long
like 10.
are dolphins?
Dolphin species killer whale typically has a length of 6 to 8 meters. Common bottlenose dolphin typically has a length of 2 to 4 meters.
2 to 4 meters.
Others exist.
2 to 4 meters.
Yeah, so 2 meters is about 6 feet. Like 185 is almost 185 is 6 feet. So let's say, so 25 feet makes sense for a towel. 25 feet makes sense for a towel.
Completely disconnected whilst you were making those calculations. I had a 14-year-old girl moment in my head, and I was like, I don't care about what you're saying right now.
Oh.
I've lost interest in what we're talking about.
Okay.
No, that's why I didn't say it, because I didn't want to
didn't
cause
say it.
conflict.
But you did.
I did afterwards because I thought it was interesting.
Now it's on.
I'm not saying that in the moment. I'm expressing that it happened in my mind.
Number 2.
I don't have the topics. You do.
Mystical lands.
Mystical lands. Mystical. Okay, let's do a bunch of effects
Thank
at this
you
moment. Can
for
you
that
do this for me?
suggestion,
We have the
Caddy.
sparkle sound that we put into the track that we did for the... Can we mention to the people who are listening who may have ordered a perk for the Indiegogo
totally.
campaign
Yeah.
that we are going to get to that shit? We
Oh,
have,
for
I have
sure.
a big list on my desk.
Yeah.
We've just had other priorities, but we will get to those.
Totally, and we're gonna smash them.
We're gonna smash 'em.
every single fucking one of them.
So,
bam.
bam. So, as I was saying, we have that twinkle
Yeah.
from the track we made for the couple getting married, the couple's wedding anniversary.
The twinkle.
There's a bling.
Okay.
I downloaded it for that track.
Okay.
So I'd like you to. We're just gonna say 3, 2, 1, mystical lands, and then you're gonna put. You're gonna put in your fucking notepad what time it is, and you're gonna put that sparkle.
Sparkle.
I
All right.
trust you.
Cool. Let me add sparkle right after ad number 2.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. He's doing it right now because I think it's an important thing to do,
Yeah.
to add a layer of credibility and creative dynamic to this podcast environment. I'm a CEO.
You sound like a CEO.
You sound like a CEO. What are we doing? The
3,
the Salamander.
2,
Oh, I gotcha.
1.
I gotcha. Mystical lands. Yes,
Totally.
absolutely. Do you feel like you just transported to a new land?
I am sparkled.
You're sparkled. Is your whole body sparkles?
Whole body.
Are you naked?
Nope.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a spandex sparkle suit.
Oh, so it's not your skin. I thought your skin
No.
was sparkles.
No.
So what about your face and your neck and your hands and your
It's a different color of sparkle. My body is all orange glowy sparkle.
glowy sparkle?
Yeah. and
Naturally?
Yeah, and I'm wearing a...
Do you still have a beard?
Yes.
Cool.
I don't know what color it is, though.
Does it grow out of the sparkles or out of the cracks between the sparkles?
Shit. These are questions I might need years to answer.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I'm digging a bit deep. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? I was like,
I was like, sparkles? What is sparkles? Mystical
lands.
No.
No, you wouldn't. You
No.
didn't do it again.
Unless I remember.
He did not note it down. That one will not be done. Mystical lands.
Mystical lands.
My first experience with mystical lands, I believe, would probably have been like Disney World, and like Epcot Center, and like.
Okay, you're gonna
And,
start
like,
with the rubbing in my face. You been there?
Look, I had money when my dad was around. So then, Epcot Center around the same time. What are we talking about? Mystical lands. Around the same time, I'm talking about like this is just a mush in my brain at a certain age when I was a kid. Alice in Wonderland. No, sorry. Wizard of Oz.
Wizard
The
of
Wizard
Oz.
of Oz. So freaky.
Yeah.
The Wizard of Oz, Mystical Lands. What other ones? Endor. Well, not really mystical, not at all, really, but Ewoks.
Oh yes, yes,
You know?
yes.
Krull. You know, like these movies. No, forget the last two I said.
Labyrinth? Did you watch Labyrinth?
No, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
You have?
As a kid, yeah, I think I have. Oh man, is it one of those
Is
things?
that the one with David Bowie?
Yeah. I believe I'm trying to. I think I'm mixing up two movies in my mind too.
There's the Dark Crystal, which has those like gnomey things.
Yes.
That's the one you've seen.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either.
Okay.
Which is nuts because I've known for years that they're insane movies and that everybody loves them and I need to watch them, but I haven't been watching them because I'm watching cooking shows on Netflix. God damn it. Wait, maybe it's on Netflix. Maybe it's on Netflix. That should be a t-shirt. Well, fuck. Sometimes I feel like the audience is just like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Stop, like, no, but really, like, stop being so, why, just pay attention.
Whoa.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm being rough on myself.
Yeah. Pump the hate brakes, yo.
Okay.
Deep breath.
Deep breath.
3, 2.
Wait, are we starting in 3, 2, 1? Or?
Yeah,
I don't know when
we're
to
gonna
breathe.
we're gonna
What are we
breathe
breathing?
in. Just breathe in.
Just
Like you're smoking a big old
oh,
bong.
no, I want to smoke a bowl bong.
And now cough.
Funny.
Funny.
You're not my therapist. Caramel popcorn would be fucking sweet right now.
Well, maybe here's a caramel popcorn ad, or maybe not.
On September 16, 1993, NBC aired the first ever episode of Frasier, a spin-off series about psychiatrist Dr. Frasier Crane, the much-loved Seattle shrink from Cheers. 10 days earlier, a baby was born. A baby who, we'd come to learn, was destined to have someone pay him $264 to watch through every episode of Frasier with different special guests, unpacking the deeper themes behind each episode. That baby is me, Tom Zalatni, and this is a terrible, terrible idea. Tune in to They're Calling Again, right here on the Upford Network.
You gotta specify that all of these ads, we've mentioned this before, but we're part of the Upford Network, guys. This is
Keeps growing.
Oh, it keeps growing. Tom Zalatni gave birth to more than a tiny baby boy. A network he gave birth to. Plop, 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 plop.
So many children.
So many shows, so many children. And we're one of those children. Well, we plopped ourselves out and then we're picked up by Tom.
Fostered.
He's Tom it's not just his own kids.
He fosters
kids as well.
This is just like,
'Cause
hey, you wanna join the family? Yeah,
I've got you.
Yeah.
Would you like to jump into my belly hammock? Yes, my body has changed in order to accommodate children.
Oh, I was gonna say podcasts.
Children?
Podcasts? Did we say
Belly hammock?
Did we use the reference podcast, or were we referencing children?
Children.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But we were referencing podcasts.
Yes. But I thought we were saying the word podcast and referencing babies.
But we were not.
We're
so
doing
you
the opposite.
your
swapped
memory swapped a word out.
Yeah, I was like, wow!
That's crazy.
I'm pretty crazy sometimes.
You're pretty crazy sometimes.
But
Mars.
sometimes I'm not.
No, sometimes you're not.
What about Mars?
Mars? That movie title that we Total Recall.
Okay.
There was something about that had like a mystical. The mutants on Mars. They had this sort of like, oh fuck me, fucking Dune.
Dune.
I watched Dune when I was very, very young.
Cool.
And that is a fucked up movie.
Yeah.
For a child. Maybe it's like totally tame for sci-fi, I don't know. But I remember being like, not terrified. Like I watched it. Or maybe I only watched bits of it. I'd have to watch it again. But I just remember the uneasiness from watching it. Like, this makes me uncomfortable.
The Wardrobe?
No, that was super cool. But
movie,
the like...
what was that called?
Oh, wait, what?
The one with the lion?
The Narnia?
That's it. Chronicles of Narnia, right?
That too, the
Narnia?
show. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you watch it on PBS?
I believe I saw the movie. There was a movie, right?
Back in the day, or they
Back in the day.
redid them? They redid. They.
Yeah, I didn't see the new ones, but
Yeah,
I
I didn't like
remember
'em.
seeing the old one. Oh, they weren't good. You didn't like them?
I can't remember why I didn't like them. I think it was something about the story because the graphics were very cool.
Yeah, that's a big question for our AI again. Why didn't I like that movie? Can you remember?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you thought it was blah blah blah. blah. I
Oh,
was
for
like,
memories,
oh,
it
yeah,
would change
totally.
the entire fucking planet.
For sure.
I mean, how many times do we step in it because we don't remember something?
For sure.
You know, how many times do we hurt people's feelings because we don't remember stuff? You know, we're inadequate.
We're inadequate.
We're inadequate. We're inadequate.
We're inadequate.
So on that note, no, let's end on something positive.
Let's end on
Well,
something
did you
positive.
say what your influence is? Fucking Peter Pan?
Peter Pan. Man, there's so many. It's one of those things that my brain is trying to fire and grasp everything, but it's just like, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm Spider-Man, but I'm just like throwing web into the air and it's not grabbing anything. It's
So
going,
Spider-Man from the 60s cartoon?
I guess, yeah.
He's like, in the city, just shooting into the sky.
He's swinging. What is he swinging from? No one
No
knows.
one knows.
Those thick-ass
He
clouds.
just shoots straight up. Oh, Spidey. I cannot wait to see that movie.
Stranger Things recently. That one was a cool. The
Not really
Upside Down
mystical
World.
land, but
I would call that mystical. It's something. It's a fucked up weird place.
it's more like, it's more.
Well,
Did
just
they
'cause
go
it's
into
negative.
it?
Yeah.
No, but like, what are they? Do we know?
Not yet. We just scratched.
Because they're like demon, not demons. They're not demons, but because they're creatures that just live in that fucked up world.
Maybe they're more complex.
Stranger things have happened. Get it?
I think they want you to get it.
Who wants us to get it?
Stranger Things. Get it?
Stop doing that. I'm high and you're moving in a fucked up way. Please, don't. No, when someone who's high tells you to stop moving in a certain way, you fucking do it. Why
You
would you continue to
fucking
freak
do it.
me out? I've just said that I was being freaked out, and you're like, let me do this more so she can freak out more.
I wanted to scare you.
Yeah, I gathered that. You piece of shit.
Oh, it's out there.
It's out there.
You floating poo.
Excuse me.
You floating piece of poo.
You called me a floating
No.
piece of poo?
It was what you're referencing. Me as the floating poo.
What the fuck was I talking about? That
You
means
called me
that
a
I
piece
was...
of poo.
You piece of shit.
Yes.
Not floating piece of poo. I never mentioned anything
When
about
you
you
said
being in a
that,
pool.
when you called me a piece of shit,
Yeah.
I was picturing myself in a toilet, just floating. So that's why I said a floating piece of
You'd
poo.
be a floater?
Probably.
If I was a poo, I'd be at the bottom.
Yeah?
I would be one of those like not super solid kind of mush squirms things. Then I'd just be like not really knowing what I am. I know what you would be.
Yeah.
You'd be a big log.
Hey.
Yeah, like almost like an eel afterwards who doesn't let anything else through.
Hey.
Whilst I'm next to you.
Just
Can you
your head,
protect me?
just your head poking out of the water.
Wait, how long am I? I'm at the bottom, I said. I'm not an
Are people
intestinal
still listening
worm.
to this? Why are you still listening to this?
Why are you still listening to this?
Yeah, if you are, I love you. Or maybe I don't.
Stop playing with our emotions.
I'm sorry. But I just don't want to,
No, absolutely.
blanket comment. I don't know who listens to this. I mean, I'd like to love them.
Well, I feel like from because I've always been cautious with regards to that, but at some point, it's like I'd rather be a trusting person who gets screwed over sometimes than a non-trusting person
For sure.
who's safe but doesn't have true connection
Yep.
or limits their love for the world.
Totally.
Yeah.
Once you shut that out, everything gets a little darker and more difficult.
That's why a lot of people that's why different places have different vibes because people are more open to interacting with each other or not.
Yeah.
I wish we had food of so many kinds. What do we have? Do we have anything? I think we have a few chips left. We have some chicken, but like tiny bit of chicken. I have lots of chocolate. We're fine. We're fine. Because Full G gave us some
You got it? You okay there? Alright, I think we're going to end it now. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next week. You want to say bye before I cut it?
bye.